Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Celina Pereira. I love makeup and I'm from Sydney, Australia. Today's video is going to be me trying out the brand new Fenty Beauty by Rihanna line. I am so very excited about this launch. As soon as I heard about it, as soon as I found out about it, I was really excited and knew I definitely wanted to grab some items from the collection. I went on to sephora.com.au, which is the Australian Sephora, and I purchased it at 5 PM, which is when it went live online. And I'm going to be going through the products, giving you guys my first impressions. Prior to this video, I hadn't tried out any of the products, and I definitely have some hits and also a couple of misses. But all in all, you guys will see more of my I guess first impressions as we go through this video. Guys, before we jump in, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and like this video if you enjoy it. And if you guys want to see my review and my first impressions on the new Fenty Beauty by Rihanna, then please. Alright guys, so to start off with, before I get into the products and going into each individual product and showing it on my face and all that jazz, I just want to give you a little bit of background on Fenty Beauty from what I could find online. So Fenty Beauty by Rihanna is a brand that actually is owned by Sephora, as far as what I could see, and basically Rihanna is the spokesperson for the brand. How much input Rihanna has into the products, I don't know. It does seem like she does have quite a bit of input into the products, because at the product launch there's a video going around of her talking about how important it was to have so many foundation colors and all that kind of stuff, and whatever, you know, a whole bunch of stuff, which is it's a great little clip to watch if you get a chance to. I don't know how much input that she does have, but based on that, it does seem like she does have a little bit of an input into the product. Either way, I am a fan of Rihanna's. I've been a fan of hers for a very, very long time, since I was quite young. I like Rihanna, and if you don't like Rihanna, then that's fine. I'm not reviewing these products because of Rihanna. I'm reviewing it because it's just a new product in Sephora. It's a new line that Sephora is carrying. And yeah, so whatever opinions you have on Rihanna yourself, then that's totally up to you. I'm gonna leave it over there. It's there, we've acknowledged it, and it's tucked away. Yeah. Now, being that this is a brand in Sephora that is basically a Sephora brand, price-wise, it's actually pretty much on par with other Sephora products. I've seen quite a lot of the products are similar price point to Kat Von D. So if you buy a lot of Kat Von D products, you kind of know what kind of price to expect. I was actually quite surprised. I thought it was going to be much more expensive than what it is. But yeah, it's actually quite affordable, which is good. The products, as far as what I could see, are made in San Francisco, and Fenty Beauty is also cruelty free. Alright guys, so here is the bag from Sephora. I've already taken all the products out that I purchased. Now, I haven't swatched any of these products or tried any of these products. I have taken the foundation and the highlighter out of the packet and looked at it, simply because I always like to check with powder products if they're broken, and I also like to check foundation, obviously, for shade matching. That way I know if I've got to return it or not, but I haven't actually swatched any. So the first thing that I'm going to talk about that I bought is the Fenty Beauty by Rihanna Precision Makeup Sponge. Now, this product retails for $24, and it is described as being a 3-sided latex-free sponge for applying and blending all makeup formulas. So this is what it looks like here, and I was really intrigued because it is a very, very different shape. So a beauty blender, for those of you that know, looks like this. Now, this is dampened, so this is much bigger than what it was originally. The unit card looks like this, and all of the Fenty Beauty boxes have this kind of really interesting design on them. It's all like almost like a graffiti style design, which I think is really, really cool. The theme I'm seeing with Fenty Beauty is the whole nude and black packaging. It does remind me quite a lot of the new KKW collection as well. I'm going to use this sponge with the new foundation. This is the Pro Filt'r Soft Matte Longwear foundation, and I bought the color 210. And again, the same thing, the unit carton looks like this. This foundation has 1.08 fluid ounces, which is slightly more than a normal foundation. Usually foundations have 1 fluid ounce exactly, or slightly less. You've got that whole nude packaging with the frosted with the frosted front. This has weight to it, so it actually feels quite heavy. It feels really, really nice. I'm quite excited. It comes obviously with a pump, and like I said, the shade that I'm using is the shade 210. Now, this foundation retails for $50, which I believe is on par with the Kat Von D Lock-It foundation, which if you guys have been following me, you guys know that I really dislike that foundation. But that's the first thing that comes to my mind in terms of the price, because I believe they're about the same price point. It says that it's a soft matte Longwear foundation with a buildable medium to full coverage in a range of 40 shades. Now, that is a lot of claims there. So this foundation is claiming to be pore minimizing, shine-free finish, smooth. It says that it's also going to be heat and sweat resistant, and work on your skin. So I'm guessing it's got some kind of like a skincare kind of element to it somewhere. So I am going to apply my Urban Decay Optical Illusion Primer to begin with, just in my more pore prone areas. And yes, my nails are looking disgusting at the moment. Let's leave it. Let's not talk about it in the comment section. My absolute favorite primer at the moment, which is the FARSALI Unicorn Essence. Now, Fenty really did come out with a primer. The reason why I didn't buy that one is because it claims to be a mattifying primer, which I'm not really about. Okay, so now that I have that on, I'm going to go ahead and now apply the foundation. Now, I think I want to apply half the face with the sponge that comes in the collection. And for the other side, I'm going to use my Tarte foundation brush, because this has been my favorite foundation brush recently. So I just want to show you guys how I guess it works with the brush as well. So I'm just going to give it a bit of a shake, because it does say shake well. I'm going to pump out a good 2 pumps. Wow, this is really watery. So that's what it looks like on my hand, and as you can see, it's very, very liquidy. So I'm just gonna dot it all over the skin. Color so far looks pretty good. Foundation. So I'm first gonna start off with the sponge, and I'm gonna use the flat side because I think that's probably gonna work the best. So I'm just gonna tap it in like I would any foundation with a beauty blender. Now, what I'm noticing with this application sponge is that it is very, very soft. It's much softer than a normal beauty blender, which it does mean that it'll probably pull a lot more of your product, but it also gives you much more of a natural finish as well. So I'm liking it. It is kind of awkward to hold with the way it is, because there isn't enough bum, if you will, to like really hold on to it very, very well. But so far it's blending out really nicely. I've got no complaints. So that's one side of my face blended out, and that's basically one layer on my skin. So you can see the side-by-side comparison that it does cover really, really nicely. It looks really natural. It looks really beautiful. It is definitely a matte finish. 100% I see that it is a matte finish. And it blended pretty well. I do have a little bit of my, I guess, acne scarring here that I can still see. It's not totally covered everything, but it is a buildable foundation. But I do want to go in with the brush as well and see if that gives you more coverage quicker. So I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing. Use my finger and apply the foundation, and just using my brush from Tarte. What I think, looking at the two, I think that it definitely works with both the sponge and the brush. I actually think that I prefer this foundation with the sponge because it is a matte foundation. I have dry skin. If you guys follow me, you know that I have dry skin. So I feel that the brush almost makes it too matte looking and too drying. I mean, it still looks very, very, very nice on the skin, but I think that you get the coverage with both options, because you can see as well with the side that I use the brush, you've got a little bit of acne scarring that I've got going on down here as well. So yeah, so I can definitely see that regardless of which side, regardless of whether you use a sponge or you use a brush, you will get really good coverage. I think for me personally, because I have dry skin, I think that the sponge is going to be my best bet with this product. Now that it's dried down just a little bit, I'm going to go ahead and take some more product and just try and just add a little bit of coverage and see if that'll build. That's building really, really nicely. I just really took it from the back of my hand, and I'm having absolutely no issues building that coverage up, which is good. So it definitely is buildable coverage. I'm just going to take another little half a pump. So I've used about 2 pumps in a little bit for my entire face. Now I'm pretty happy with this at the moment. I've got it pretty much, I would say, like more of a medium coverage. I've got a couple of spots down here that I'm not even going to worry about because they have been pretty aggravated recently. I'm not going to worry about. This is an excellent color match. I did really well on my color online, so I bought this online, like I said. Really happy with the way this is. Now, it doesn't feel heavy at all, and what I'm noticing is that it's actually not going into my fine lines. So I have a few fine lines on my forehead here, a couple of expression lines, and usually foundation will tend to seep into those lines that I need to basically blend and then apply powder, and then it's all good to go. But it actually hasn't even gone into those lines. The foundation looks really nice. It looks like skin. It doesn't look like I'm wearing a layer of cake on my face. I am really enjoying it so far. Now I just went ahead and applied a little bit of my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, and I used the shade Light Sand. Now I wanted to use this just to see how it would go on top of the foundation. Now I didn't put a lot because I am going to put some other face products on top of this, and I haven't set it with powder. It does look fine, but this was not good for Shape Tape. I think Shape Tape is far too thick for this sponge because it literally didn't move the product at all. I had to go in with a beauty blender or with a brush, so I don't think that this sponge, I think it's just too soft for something as thick as Shape Tape. I think that probably for like NARS Radiant Creamy it would work. So Fenty Beauty also came out with a whole line called Matchsticks, and what I love is that Sephora had available this matchstick trio. So I got the medium, I think it was the medium kit. Yeah, this is the medium kit, and it basically has 3 matchsticks in them. Each matchstick is 0.25 fluid ounces, which is the same as the wont, because I did buy one separately as well. So the medium kit comes with the shade Bamboo, Mocha, and Trippin. Basically, Trippin is a shimmery one. It's kind of like a blush kind of a situation, like a shimmering blush. And then you've got the shade Bamboo, which is like a highlighting shade, which is matte. And you've also got the shade Mocha, which is like a contouring, bronzing kind of shade. Now the Matchstick Trio kit is $79. Individually they are $37, so you do get a little bit of a benefit buying them in a kit. You can also buy each shade individually, which I think is great, especially if you run out of one that you use all the time. You don't have to worry about buying a kit. You can buy them separately as well. Now they are giving me real KKW Beauty vibes because of the color. They are a hexagon shape and they are all magnetic as well. They all have the FB Fenty Beauty logo, and they all say Fenty Beauty on the side. They all have as well the names on the bottom. What it does, it says that it takes your complexion to the next level without the guesswork, using a Matchstick Trio. The pre-bundled sets make it easy to conceal, contour, and highlight on repeat with light as air makeup sticks that are expertly curated. Weightless, easy to blend, and stays put. The cream to powder formulas are so seamless, it's impossible to tell where skin ends and makeup begins. They're buildable, crease proof, and made to be layered. I'm gonna take, for starters, the color Bamboo, which is supposed to be like a highlighting shade, and I'm gonna swatch on the back of my hand. That's what it looks like. They're super creamy. Yeah, really creamy. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna apply this as like a highlighting shade. You can either take it on the back of your hand or like on your finger and then tap it on, or you can take it directly from the stick. I'm just gonna take it from the stick because this is my own personal product. The shade I think is probably a little bit darker than what I would like for a highlight per se. And I do think that it is quite bulky on the end for like a highlighting stick, but we will see what happens here. So I'm just gonna put this in all my normal highlighting areas. That's how much product that you get when it's all the way up, so it's not a whole lot of product. It's 0.28 ounces per stick. Now I'm also going to take the shade Mocha, which is the contouring shade, and I'm gonna take that. I'll swatch that one as well for you. Oh, that's a really pretty shade. That's really nice. It's not too warm but not too cool, and also again very, very soft and smooth, quite blendable, which is nice. I'm going to take that into my hollow areas. It's got a really interesting feeling on the skin, and it does actually have that you know, powder, cream to powder kind of finish. To blend out the highlight shade, I'm going to use my Morphe R13 brush, and for the contour, I'm going to use my Morphe M512 brush, which is my favorite for cream contouring. So first starting off with the highlighting shades. Just going ahead and just blending out those highlighting shades. I'm noticing it is rubbing off a little bit of the foundation underneath. It definitely has that real cream to powder kind of finish, so this is probably a product that you need to work a bit quicker with. I waited I think a bit too long to blend these in because now they're really powdery. I mean, I can make it work, but I'm definitely getting that more powdery kind of finish when I blend these out. For me, because of my skin tone, I don't think it's really highlighted enough. So for me, the shade Bamboo is not really the greatest shade for me personally for my skin tone, but if you're a bit darker than me, I definitely think that it's the right one. I could just see that light was going to be way too light for me. So now blending out the contour shade, it seems to be okay so far. It's quite red undertoned on the skin. It didn't come off being this red when I put it on the back of my hand. I'm feeling very powdery. I feel like everywhere that I've applied that cream product, I feel is very powdery. It could be over the foundation that it doesn't mix well with the foundation, which doesn't make any sense to me. It could just be because my skin is dry. I'm going to try out the two shimmering ones, the blush and the highlighting one. So I'm going to try first the shade Trippin, which is the blush shade. Now this is what it looks like here. It is shimmery. It does have some pearl, so I am going to be quite careful with it because I don't usually like blushes with too much of a sheen. So I am just going to actually apply it with my finger just so I don't get too much product. Is it just me or is it not even going onto my skin? This is the Morphe G1 brush. I think this is going to be really terrible, but I'm going to try it anyway. Yeah, I think it has too much sheen to be a blush, but it has too much colour to be a highlight. I think it doesn't know what it is. It's really pretty on my hand. Like if you see it there, it's stunning. It has that really pretty peach with that really intense gold. So it's a beautiful shade. But on me, it doesn't know whether it's a blush or a highlight. Like it kind of sits in the in-between. So I'm not a fan of that colour in particular. But I'm going to go with the shade Starstruck, which is the shade I actually bought for the highlighting, which looks absolutely wicked. It's really, really white. So it's the middle one that's just there. It's that really silvery one. Just apply it straight onto the skin. I am going to blend this out as well. I'm going to take this to Morphe M517 brush, which is basically a really small version of this one here. And I'm just going to use that to just blend that out, that way it's not like obviously a harsh line, because that's what we've got going on at the moment. I feel like that shade kind of did nothing. I think I can see it on the skin, but it's very glittery. Like it's not a glow. So not my favorite thing on the skin, but we're going to move on anyway. So the next product I have to try is the highlighter. Now everyone was going nuts over the, is it Hustle and Glow highlighter, the really like yellowy gold one. I was thinking of getting that one, but I really wanted to try the duos, the duo highlighter. So this is the Killawatt Freestyle Highlighter Duo, and like I said, this one's in the shade Killawatt, which has Mean Money and Hustler Baby. So that's what it looks like here. In this product you get 0.12 ounces per shade, so you get a total of 0.24 ounces, which to give you an indication, I'm just going to compare it to a Jeffree Star. Jeffree Star is 0.53 ounces, so it is half the amount of product as a Jeffree Star Skin Frost, and that's what it looks like here. You've got a much more metallic shade here in a much more subdued highlighter as well. I'm going to swatch both of them as well. You got Mean Money and you've got Hustler Baby. Now Hustler Baby is definitely the blinding one, and the other one is more of a, not matte, but it's kind of a little bit more subdued. And 510 brush, which is what I always use for highlighting. And I'm also going to spritz my skin with a bit of facial mist, which I always do before I highlight anyway. So getting a bit of product on the brush, tapping off the excess. There is a good amount of product on there, and then I'm just going to go ahead. Ooh, wow, wow. Okay, this is pretty. This is beautiful. This highlight is very golden. So if you are lighter than me, this or if you are more cool tone than I am, this is going to be way too golden for you. I love this though. I love that very yellow tone highlight. Very pretty, very pretty. I know I have the cream base underneath, but in all honesty, the cream base has got nothing on this. This is amazing. I am also going to go into the other shade as well, because I do want to see what that looks like on the skin. So I'm going to take that and I'm going to put that above the brow. It's not blending. It's not super blind. I would actually almost compare this to kind of like the ambient lighting powders that Hourglass do. That's kind of what I would compare it to. And if you don't know what I'm talking about these guys here. It's actually pretty similar in terms of the texture and I guess the finish on the skin. So it's got that really nice like glowy finish, but it's not like a highlighter as such. But this highlighter in here, this is beautiful. Wow. I'm going to keep going until my face is drenched in highlight, I think, because this is really pretty. I do really like this. This is nice. Ooh, yeah. Oh, I like it. I'm glowing. And the last product that I have is the lip gloss. So this is the Gloss Bomb, and it's a universal lip luminizer. So I'm guessing it's kind of going to be like a lip topper. Has that same packaging as well, that whole hexagon packaging, which I love. So this is 0.3 fluid ounces. So the applicator is this, wow, it's a huge doe foot applicator. I'm going to swatch the shade. Oh, that's pretty. It's really, oh, it's so wet and glossy. It looks really pretty. It says that, what does it say? Addictive Shine Nourishing Wear, Universal Finishing Touch. Okay, interesting. This product retails for $30. And the Sephora website just says that it is an ultimate gotta have it lip gloss with explosive shine in one universal nude rose shade. Says that it's going to condition the lips because it has shea butter in it. Lips look instantly fuller and smoother, and although it's super shiny, it feels amazing on your lips with an addictive peach vanilla scent you just can't get enough of. While it's talking about scent, let's have a look at that. Let's see. It has that peach scent, I will say. It's kind of reminds me of like the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. Kind of reminds me of that smell. Pretty strong, I'm not gonna lie. So if you don't like strong smells, then you're not gonna like it. But for me, I don't really mind. Now I'm gonna do a lip liner, so I'm gonna do the Urban Decay 24-Hour Glide On Lip Pencil in the shade Stark Naked. Really just to make sure that my lips are a little bit more defined, so it's not just like a gloss, like there is something there. So I'm going to take the gloss now. Oh wow, that's really glossy. Well, that's nice. It's really nice and glossy. Now it feels really nice on the lips. It doesn't feel goopy or sticky. It honestly feels like I have like a butter on my lips. Like I've got like some sort of like a lip conditioner on. It's really nice. I like that. Wow, I really like this gloss. It's really, really nice. And I think I'm going to go ahead and apply some lashes, and I'll be right back to give you guys my final thoughts. Alright guys, so I just went ahead and just applied some lashes off camera. I just applied my Lily lashes in the style Miami, which are one of my favorites. I love them. They're so pretty. They basically touch my brows, which I love. So my final verdict on all these products, I guess that I want to give all up. So I'm going to start off with the sponge. This was called the Precision Makeup Sponge. This to me is a winner in my books. I really do like this. I think the foundation is absolutely beautiful. Do I think it's a necessity? No. I didn't really like it for concealer. Maybe, again, Tarte Shape Tape, maybe it's not the best for. I will try it out with other concealers and let you guys know what I think. But this so far is definitely a yes for me, so that's going in the yes pile. Next is the foundation. I loved the foundation. I haven't done a wear test, so I don't know how it wears and how it lasts throughout the day, which again I will do, and I will keep you guys updated and posted. But so far I love the foundation. I think that it does cover really, really nicely. I think it's got beautiful coverage. I think that it looks nice on the skin. I really do like the foundation. That is a definite yes for me. Now the Matchsticks. The matte ones I do actually really like. So Bamboo and Mocha I do enjoy. Bamboo was a little bit dark for highlighting for my skin, so that's why for me in the future it'll be more, I'll be using it when I'm more tan, or using it as like a bit of like a spot concealer or like a spot foundation. That's what I'll be using it for, because it is quite similar to my skin tone. But I did really like it, and the shade Mocha was excellent for contouring and bronzing. I think it did a really good job. It looks really nice on the skin. Again, that nice sun-kissed kind of a glow. I really like them. The shimmer ones, I just think that the glitter particles are just like, they're too glittery, it's too chunky. I'd like something a little bit more smooth and soft, and a little bit more I guess like glowy, effortless, you know, beach bronzy kind of a look and kind of a glow. They do have a very cream to powder feel, and maybe that's also why they feel like that to me, and why I'm not really the biggest fan of the shimmering ones, but the matte ones are definitely right up my alley. They do need to be set, because I am starting to see that the light shade Bamboo is starting to kind of get a little bit on the crease side, and it's kind of starting to settle into fine lines, so you do need to set it. So yes, it's a cream to powder, but it still needs to be set as well, so just keep that one in mind. Then we have the highlighting duo. I really liked this. The Mean Money, which is the more softer highlight, not really my cup of tea, but the definitely the shade Hustler Baby is definitely right on my alley. I absolutely love it. That is what I'm wearing for my glow, and I love it. I think that after trying this, I would definitely try the full size, the yellow shade, but I would definitely recommend that, because if it's anything like this highlight, it is beautiful. It's amazing. It looks great on camera, it looks great in person. I really love it, this highlight, so I definitely recommend that. And the gloss is definitely a win in my books. It looks beautiful on the lips. It hasn't broken up like it did on my hand, which is good. I think there's probably too much on my hand, that's why it's broken up. I think it looks beautiful. It looks really nice and glossy. It has a little bit of glitter without being too much glitter. Has enough color where again you can use it as a lip gloss on its own, or over any kind of liquid lip or any kind of lipstick. And feels very hydrating and very moisturizing and very nice. So all up, out of all the products that I tried, the only things that I didn't like were the Matchsticks in the shimmer shade. So for me, Fenty Beauty is Celina Pereira approved, and I can't wait to see what else that Fenty Beauty and Rihanna and Sephora come out with together. So guys, that is it for this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed, and if you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and make sure that you leave a comment down below on what you guys want to see next. If you guys want to see me on my other social media, you can go to Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, Facebook, and Pinterest. That all is Celina J. Pereira. Once again, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I'll see you on my next video. Mwah!